Okay, so if you haven't been paying attention, I love when the woke cancels itself. It just eats itself. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up on this 4B movement. The 4B movement that the feminists, the social justice warriors have revived because Donald Trump won and now we're all gonna be put in the Handmaid's Tale outfits and we're losing our rights apparently. They're freaking out over the Trump victory and so now they are shaving their heads. They are shaving their heads en masse to make themselves less sexually desirable for men, and they're vowing not to date and not to have children. They weren't really doing that anyways, but so they're vowing not to date, not to have children, and they are shaving their heads. And this has been a big feminist social justice movement, videos going around TikTok of women buzzing all of their hair off. And now the feminists, the girls who were posting for this 4B movement are being canceled en masse on TikTok because they're being canceled because the 4B movement and shaving their heads to be less sexually desirable is insensitive to the alopecia community.
Yes, women living with alopecia react to the fall beef movement, where radical feminist women are shaving their head and swearing off dating sex, marriage with men, and childbirth in protest of Trump election win. It has reached a certain level. These people cannot take it again. I have seen videos upon videos the release on social media thinking it's a good idea.
The election had passed, and every single thing on my page that morning was women shaving their heads. They're like, we're shaving our heads to be unattractive. I don't have any hair. So I was like, well, this is not a move. This is not going to be good. I could see the way that it was going, and instantly every emotion in me that I've been navigating with my alopecia just came to the surface that morning. The word unattractive and bold just were like two bold letters up in the air, it felt like. That's not what we should be doing, especially if we're living in a world where we want our youth to be kind. I don't think it plants a good seed to fruit in our youth when you're encouraging to associate baldness with unattractiveness. And they're using it as like a man repellent.
I am not part of this trend. Stop. Stop. There are people that have lost their hair, like me, and it has been devastating. You guys stop. This is ridiculous. I'm not part of this trend. Not part of it. I have alopecia. But you guys claim to be so caring and kind, but look what you're doing. You guys are not realizing that you are triggering people that have lost their hair, that have cancer. Shaving your head because you think you've lost your rights.
Yes, like this lady at the beginning of this video said, I like seeing Libras eating up themselves. They've reached a certain level, thinking this is a good idea. Let's punish men. Let's punish consecutive men. We don't have anything to do with them again. So the best solution is to shave our heads. I don't get the point. A lot of people don't even care. Whatever thing you're doing, you want to look unattractive, people don't care. It is high time some of these people realize that it is not working. Now it is stirring up reactions like what we are seeing here. People living with different conditions are coming out to react because it makes them feel a time. Okay, you want to do that because of Trump's victory. How would people now look at this? It would be very difficult for us to identify somebody suffering from this same condition, right?
So I recently saw a video where a Kamala Harris supporter told her parents who voted for Donald Trump that they cannot see her or their grandchildren during this holiday season because the grandparents chose to vote for Donald Trump instead of voting for Kamala Harris.
So last night, I told my mom and dad that because they voted for someone who wants me dead, that they no longer have the privilege of having their daughter and their granddaughters in their life. And I told them, never contact me again. I'm never calling you. I want nothing to do with you. And take me out of the will. I have a younger brother who is also a MAGA. I said, when you guys pass away, give him the entire house. I don't want to inherit your house. I don't want anything from you.
And for those of you out there who may be experiencing the same thing from your family, friends, and loved ones, I understand exactly how you feel. I lost my father when I was 16 years old. So everyone in my family tends to gather either over my mother's house or over somebody else's house in the family. But this year, I honestly do not know if I will be welcome at anyone's table for the holidays. And I'm okay with that because I made up in my mind that I am going to be true to myself. I accept Kamala Harris supporters for who they are and don't require them to change. So I don't want to be around people who require me to change in order for me to enjoy their company. If I am not welcome at anyone's table this year, I will be okay because I would rather be myself than to sell out a piece of who I am to enjoy somebody else's company. I've also had other relatives scream at me at the top of their lungs because I supported Donald Trump. Never once have I brought up the topic of politics with anyone in my family or tried to change anyone's mind. But they are the ones who always bring it up and who are always trying to change my mind. I only imagine how hard it must be for a grandparent not to be able to see their grandchildren during the holiday season.
Yes, it is extremely concerning to see how some family members are taking politics to a different whole level. Imagine you taking the decision, I don't want to be part of you. This lady made it clear, like, I'm not part of the family again. If you die, it doesn't concern me simply because the parent voted for Trump. It is extremely concerning how people can take politics too personal. Watching The View the other day, The View tells it obvious to skip holiday gathering with family because Trump won. These people are unaware. They encourage its viewers to do that. After watching a video from MNBC, Whoopi Goldberg, Tommy Hostin encouraged people to take up that decision. I was like, are these people really okay? I've seen things they spew, and just few hours ago, the View host Whoopi Goldberg is being instructed to apologize. I think I did the video about that. A New York politician demand Whoopi Goldberg apologize after she falsely accused Station Island Bakery of refusing to save her. She's just in trouble everywhere. Take a look at this video.
Take a look.
There is a push, I think just a societal norm that if somebody is your family, that they are entitled to your time. And I think the answer is absolutely not. So if you are going into a situation where you have family members, where you have close friends who you know have voted in ways that are against you, like what you said, against your livelihood, and it's completely fine to not be around those people and to tell them why, to say, I have a problem with the way that you voted because it went against my very livelihood and I'm not going to be around you this holiday. I need to take some space for me.
If going to a family gathering or with friends where it's going to stress you out, then don't go.
Okay, you step away, but it will never be the defining point because toxic personalities don't have political affiliations. It's a personality trait that sucks, and we all are related to people like that. So whatever your reason is, I would never let my politics be the reason I don't show up to see my family.
Because I really do feel that this candidate, President-elect Trump, is just a different type of candidate. From the things he's said and the things he's done and the things he will do, it's more of a moral issue for me. I think when people feel that someone voted not only against their families, but against them and against people that they loved, I think it's okay to take a beat.
I don't have to like him to...
There is nothing that comes out of Sonny Austin's mouth to me that makes sense. Look at her. She's encouraging it.
I think the more relevant question actually is what is wrong with America? Color. I was so hopeful that a mixed race woman married to a Jewish guy could be elected president of 52%, right, for Donald Trump, uneducated white women. A lot of concern about this. But again, people are going to get the America that they voted for.
What's happening? Whoopi Goldberg causing problems for a bakery and now a Staten Island
place that made these refused to make them for me.
So you will understand method is not working. It is not working again. It used to work before, not now.
What I'm asking is, you know that if Trump had lost this election, right now, we would be talking about the votes that are still coming in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, and he'd be in the courts, and we would just be all in a tizzy.
Wait, hold on. Currently, Bob Casey, Democratic senator in Pennsylvania, is doing exactly what you're saying, where he's looking for all these votes and trying to, and the Bucks County commissioners are saying, we need fake ones. We need to get all the ones that are unregistered.
No, they're just counting them.
I don't know if Big Maha is aware of what is happening on social media. Democrat doing things that is even worse than that. And in Pennsylvania, they are now saying they have to count illegal ballot. I don't even want to talk about that. This lady actually made it clear. So Biba should just understand Democrat do the same thing.
But there's one theory that a lot of people seem to be coalescing around.
They were too woke, insisting that people use the term Latinx.
You have to say they. No, you have to do this.
Stop with the virtue signaling.
Step away from woke. Focus less on who is woke and more on who is broke.
I've never seen that.
I saw so many liberals getting super excited every time Kamala had a new celebrity endorsement. But we all know for a fact that these celebrity endorsements are not free.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million for the endorsement for Kamala?
Not true.
Now it's time to unite everybody.
I want you to know what would change after doing this.
Comes out against Trump.
I don't care if they write that.
So, with that, I'm going to shake it off.
Figure out a way to say thank you.
That guy's name, he's such an absolute prick. I can't stand him. But anyway.
Hey there. Not doing great.
Terrible night last night. It was a terrible night.
What will the rest of us be doing on day one?
Bishop Vigano, he says that the...
I'm sure. I also want to say...
Celebrities. 10 million for Beyonce to go. Kamala, but...